All right. Hello and welcome, SAK friends and family, to SAK Backtracks, our weekly show where we take a look at a lot of the wonderful history from the many years of the SAK Comedy Lab, and even before that, SAK Theater Company. Over 40 years of rich history for SAK over the years. So welcome back once again. This is episode 13 of this SAK Backtracks history show. And today we've got a wonderful lineup of folks. Throughout the years, several of our performers have found themselves pairing together with other performers and doing their own show or their own act or their own specialty kind of show or performance at SAK or beyond. And so we have some of them here today that are going to be with us. We're very excited about that. But a little bit of business before we kind of get the show going. Again, this is what we're doing in lieu of having our theater going 100% full steam ahead. We're actually going pretty well now. We have shows going on at SAK on Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays, there's one show, and currently on Saturdays, there are two shows. And if you would like to, as the ticker will show you at the bottom, if you would like to make a donation to SAK, we would highly encourage that. There are some possibilities for you to do that. But we also have an opportunity for you to help us in this tricky time to basically buy tickets for your future performance that you might come and see. So if you go to SAK.com, our website, SAK.com, you'll see there's an area on there that will actually ask you if you want to help us with buying tickets. So I'm going to move out of the way here. So you can see this little purple square. You'll see that right up there. And when you see that, you can actually click two buttons. One of them is donate. If you have some extra cash and you want to give some money, that's great. We don't really expect people to do that unless they're, really in a position to be able to help others out in that way. There are so many people in need of assistance and relief. So we're just one of those along with them. But what we love is if people would buy tickets to future shows. That will help us kind of get some income early, and that way we can keep the doors open and keep things running. So you're actually, when you do that, you're actually getting a gift certificate. So you're buying yourself a gift certificate to a future show at SAK. It's basically one gift certificate is a ticket. So if you had a family of 4, you would buy 4 of those gift certificates. Finally, Jay Hopkins has arrived, so we can officially go on with the fun part of tonight's festivity and show now that Jay's here. Welcome, Jay. Hopefully there are a lot of other SAK people joining us. Hopefully there are also people who aren't even from SAK. One of the great ways to get more people to join and tune into the show is using that share button. Now, I don't know exactly a lot about how the share button works, so I'm going to bring my friend John in to help me explain this. But we're going to take a moment where you can actually just get that share taken care of. If you can get this on your timeline for Facebook, or if there's a way to do it on Twitter, Instagram, but Facebook is a great way just to let people know, say, hey, I'm tuning into this. You should come and join us. So John, are you in the house there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is my friend, Hi. John Valines. Hi, John. John is our producer and technician for the show, so he makes everything run smooth. So John, how can they do that? I can't remember exactly the logistics if they want to share this.
It depends on how you're watching, but there is, if you're on your desktop, right above where the comments are, there's a little share button. And is that like a little arrow? You press that. And if you're on your phone, just keep looking for that share button. It's like a little box with an arrow.
There's usually a button or somewhere you can just click it that says share. Yep. Love it. Love that idea.
You can immediately share it to your timeline, or you can write a post, which means you can say something about it.
Oh, that'd be nice. You say you're enjoying the show. You have to say you're enjoying the show. So if you are able to share, I have a prize. This is a $10 Starbucks gift card. And so this will go to one lucky recipient of the shares. If we got to have, I'm going to say at least 15 shares from the show. If we get 15 shares of that 15 or more people, I'll make a drawing and somebody might win this $15 or $10 Starbucks gift card. So, all right, we've talked about all that stuff. We've talked about the share. I've introduced John. Some of the things we're going to be doing today in the show, we have a fun game that we always like to play. It's called the Hacky Sacky. It's a little contest for our viewers and people chiming in. I'm going to give you a clue, and then the answer to it is a 2-word answer, 2 words that rhyme, and they both have the same number of syllables. They might be 1-syllable words, a hack sack. It might be 2-syllable words, a hacky sacky. It might be 3-syllable words, a hackety sackety. If there are more than 3 syllables, we'll have to figure out some way to say that. So we've got one coming in, and actually, let me get the first one introduced over here, and then we'll bring our guests in. So this is the clue for the first. It's a hackety sacket E. So you can tell by that second E, it's 3 syllables, but they are kind of separated into 2 words, a 2-syllable word and a 1-syllable word. But these 2 things that go together are going to both rhyme together, hackety-sackety. So forever calculating to 0 is the clue for this. We have some people in our midst who are very good at this. Steve Pernick is one. Robbie Pygott is one. Terry Olson does pretty well at this. But every so often, somebody we have never guessed or figured gets a guess in there that is absolutely correct. So we hope somebody will do that. I'm trying to make the clues a little more subtle, so there's a little more work. I'll give a hint if we need to, but forever calculating to 0 is the clue for this hackety-sackety. All right. So, John, I think it's time to bring in our guests. So we're just going to bring them in this is in no particular group order, but I'll bring them in their tandem pairs. First of all, I believe we have Scharf and Waldon with us. So can we bring Scharf and Waldon to the screen? Hello, Scharf. Hello, Waldon.
Hey.
Hello. Good to be had.
Yes, great. All right. So we also have another duo that work together a lot, and they are Ellie and Jose, and also known as Rodriguez and Castro sometimes. So hello, Ellie and Jose. How are you two?
Good. What's up?
This is terrific. I see you guys are working together from the same place. So that's awesome. We're getting back to people kind of sharing some space. So welcome, and we look forward to talking with you some more. Now, our third duo that we've got with us on the air today is Matt and Ryan. Now, they come from the SAK, the SAK past, the SAK history around the late 90s, early 2000s. So we'll get to know them a little bit. Now, as you can all see, these are 3 groups, 3 duos, but there is some people that are sorely missing from this broadcast. And I want to make sure I mention them right off the top. One is our wonderful duo performance group, Amanda and Emily. We're supposed to be here. We wanted them to be here. They've been working regularly at SAK with that's right, along with Scharf and Waldon, but we just weren't able to get the schedule together. So I hope that either Emily or Amanda might be at least watching this. So yes, cheers to you guys. We miss you. Also, there's another group, just kind of hats off to them to make sure we get a mention. Richard Paul and Chris Berry also have a group together, 4 first names. So we want to make sure we're recognizing all the groups that are, even though these 3 groups are going to be here with us talking today. So guys, what I'm going to do first is just kind of have you introduce yourself, and we want to get the origin story of kind of you and especially your tandem, when and how you started working together. So why don't we start with, I think they're on the top row for everybody, Scharf and Waldon. Adam, why don't you start us off and tell us basically a quick how you got to SAK and how you met each other and what you've been doing.
First of all, is there enough sun in my eyes? I'm trying to get a lot of sun in my eyes for this.
You are well framed. You're finding your frame. Okay. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, I started performing at SAK in 2009. And then Brett came in some years later as a nobody, a no-namer.
That's fair.
And nobody liked him. He was very unpopular. And I saw him, and he was getting ready to go on stage, and he was scared, and he smelled. I mean, a lot of people said Brett is a little stinky winky. And as I was talking to him, I said, let me give him a shot. Let me see what this kid's got.
Wow.
And I took him under my wing. And he did. When I was talking, he had literal poop all over his pants. And he was very
Brett,
smelly.
I'm sorry I let Adam go first.
No, it's the truth needs to come out. I've always told a really sort of condensed feel-good story about sort of how we connected and clicked, our senses of humor sort of combined. But no, I was covered in filth, and it was a literal Cinderella story. He was my little mouse, and he made me a beautiful improv dress, and
wow.
I've worn it ever since.
Well, that's a great start, a great opener, and it's I can tell there's beautiful memories that are going to follow from that opening. I'm going to pop down now to Ellie and Jose. Tell us about your kind of SAK origins and getting together as a duo, as a group.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's
actually we met when John Hunter decided to start a group called Improv Español. I had just been promoted into the ensemble, and Ellie had just gotten into Lab Rats, and that's how we met.
So actually, yes, technically John approached us, but Jose is a former client of mine. I was a criminal defense lawyer for many years, as people know. And Jose was caught shoplifting at Walmart. And so he had trouble paying off my legal fee. So I said, look, you can work it off. And so he became a friend of mine, really, because of the debt he owed me. And I said, let's work together on stage and you can kind of pay off your debt. And it's kind of paid off because he's a much better improviser than he was a thief. And I knew that right away. So I thought this kid has a future. So I forgave the money he owed me and we've been working ever since.
So much for client privilege. Right?
I'm no longer an attorney, so the attorney-client privilege doesn't exist because I'm no longer an attorney.
Okay. I think entertainment value trumps attorney-client privilege always. So now, Ellie, you said you forgave the debt. Is it conceivable that you might remember that debt if things sour in your relationship at any point in your life?
Yes, $12,753.
Wow.
Very specific.
You get what you pay for. I'm the best. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So Ellie, what was your kind of generation? What was the year you started at SAK? I'm assuming with classes and worked your way through to Lab Rats. What are the years we're talking about here? In the 2000s sometime, or do you remember?
Sure. It was like what?
07.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's very good. All right.
He's good with the dates. He's like the girl in the relationship. You know what I mean? Like I don't I'm like, when was it? He's like August 7, 2005. You know, I'm like, that sounds good.
And Jose, do you get hurt if he doesn't remember the important?
I do.
I can tell. Yes. Sorry about that. It hurts inside. All right, we're gonna find out now to Matt and Ryan. Now, an interesting part of your story is that when you guys, I think, kind of the germination of your together as a duo, you actually put together a fringe show. So tell us about that. So again, what are the years we're talking about here?
I started doing improv with SAK straight out of high school and went through the Lab Rep program. And then I moved to California and I came back. Ryan was busy performing with the students as well. And that's when we first met.
Yeah, that was back when it was next generation, I think. And
right, yeah.
You know, we were kind of forever sort of B players. We would get to guest in some of the main stage shows, and we were known as the Vultures. We would hang out in case somebody would get sick, and we would jump into a show. But Matt came to me one day and said, "Hey, you want to do a 2-man improv show at the Fringe?" And I was like, scared the living crap out of me, but I said yes, probably partly because I knew he'd probably find somebody else if I didn't say yes. And then we were so competitive, but good-natured competitive. And yeah, we did a Fringe show together, and it's, it was just a lot of fast-paced, word at a time stories, speaking in one voice, mousetrap game. And it just and the thing about it is that it was the thing that then James, who was the artistic director at the time, he saw that and was like, all right, I'm going to now ask them to be the main company. So I was like, we stepped away to finally do our own thing, and then we got asked to come back. So
I think one of the things that really worked for us was the fact that we were both very high energy, and Lisa Fredrickson at one point in time told us that whenever you step on stage with any improviser, you should always treat them like they're your best friend. And in the case of Ryan Smith and I, we really were legitimately best friends. And so we were both very excited to have this opportunity. And I remember I was very confident about our abilities. We'd come up with our set. We knew what we were going to do. And then I think right before we went out and did our first show, I turned to Ryan, I was like, I'm scared. We shouldn't do this. And Ryan looked at me grabbed me by the collar. Was like, I've been buying into you this entire time. Don't you let me down. And it was just super fun. And we did a bunch of outdoor Fringe festival sets. And then we kind of became really popular on the outdoor stage. And
you can say it. We became the darlings of Fringe there.
Okay, we became the darlings of Fringe. And
wonderful.
And then, like Ryan said, we that energy and that infectiousness and that love of play really helped solidify our spot with SAK because we were able to contribute something that they wanted.
Very nice. Now, I have just a couple of little things where, like little snippets of some of your all stage work, except I don't really have anything for Matt and Ryan because when you guys did your show, I don't think videotape was invented yet.
No, it was
John,
very rare.
if you can log up on the slideshow number 12. So this would be slide number 12. This is a Scharf Waldon with a little clip of some stuff they have. And then we'll talk a little more and show a little more of the videotapes. So just take a second for us to get all the technology working there. And we'll bring this to the stage here. So we need number 12, Mr. John. And
number 12 is not what you think it is, Dave.
In the slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it should be. That was
here we go. Here we go.
That we had.
Play it.
She would steal national monuments and somehow nobody would know. Oh, she was a villain? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I just connected us now.
It is stop motion.
Before we take this thing in,
Is it stop motion for you guys?
We
This
do
isn't.
only
This
stop
is how we
motion.
do it. Yeah.
All right, because it's a big.
All right, John, you can come on that. We'll see if we can get the track working on that. So this is one of the joys and limitations of this StreamYard interface.
That was genius. That was genius. That we had to like fill in the gaps. Why'd you stop that? That was awesome.
It looked fine to me.
It looked fine to you from your computer, John. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Breaking up the funny. I like that. You gotta
Yeah.
fill in.
I see what you mean. I'm looking at the stream and it is all kind of stop motion. All right.
We'll see if we can get those working a little smoother when we get all of us on there. That's when it happens. So, all right. So let's go to. Let me jump to Ellie and Jose if we can for just a second. And then we'll come back to you guys. So, Ellie and Jose want to talk about we've actually got a little bit into your feelings for one another, but I want to know what, like comedically or performance-wise or performance style, do you really dig about your partner? Do you like that? That's a great thing about their performance style. Tell us what you think about each other.
Jose is great because Jose is like a total team player. You know what I mean? Like Jose can make anybody look good, even me. So if I'm just not quite up to his level, with improv, he gives you that confidence on stage, like you're going to be all right. So Jose, many times during shows, he'd be like my protector. So if Jose was anywhere near the stage or near the scene, I'd feel more confident in the scene. So Jose's got that ability to just, kind of read and kind of listen and be present in the moment and help you kind of come back if you get a little lost. So I think that's definitely his biggest strength.
For me, I'd say it's two things. One is trust. You can trust that Ellie will do anything and follow you any rabbit hole you decide to go through. And number two is how we give notes to each other, which is very different than how it happens, I feel, in the SAK green room. Is we're honest. We're horribly honest to each other as to how you messed up, but it's always with the niceness of wanting to make each other better in the long run.
He asked what you liked about me, though, not what we like about each other. I was very specific about complimenting you.
Okay.
And you were specific about complimenting.
I gotta say he's right there.
Just about Ellie that we're talking about right now.
Don't make it about Ellie right now.
You're right, Ellie.
Stage presence that he commands when he's on stage. First of all, coming from somebody who wrote 9 shows now on his own and performs them alone, to then be in a group, it was like you wanted to follow him. You were just like, anything that he does, you're like, I want to be able to get up to that level with him. So to me, it's the talent. I feel always when I'm in a room with him or performing with him, it's like, oof, I'm getting a little bit closer to never reaching the level he's at.
I love that part. Getting a little closer to never reaching. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Now that's the compliment Ellie was looking for.
That's what he wanted. You see it?
All right. I'm feeling good.
He's actually blushing there. I think that's great.
His chest is puffed and he's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I wasn't down for this whole hour show, but now I kind of got legs. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
He's warming up. So, Ellie, I think every question I have for Jose then is going to be to extol your virtues, and then we'll have you for the whole hour. All right, let's get Adam and Brett up to talk to each other. Again, I'm kind of interested in, for those who are viewing this, people want to know, what do you think is so great about your fellow performer that excites you to be on stage with him? And if there are any specifics of when he does this, I just love it. So go ahead.
I'm going to let Adam go first, but I will tell him that I'm going to answer seriously. So I hope you do the same. I don't expect you to do the same, but I'm going to answer the question. So take it away, Adam.
Okay. No, I will answer. And my answer is I love that. I also hate this too, that nothing I say will get past him, that I will be rambling on about something and he is always ready to call me out on something I said. If I said something factually wrong, or I pronounce a word wrong, or I just have some weird inflection on something, he is always omnipresent and hyper vigilant on my performance, and it makes it so fun to have somebody just catching everything that you throw at them and making it good. So I always love that.
Wonderful. Good. All right, Mr. Brett.
I think the thing about Adam, and the thing that I always say, is that he's a mad genius. He's just so, his ability to just put himself out there in situations that even he might be unsure of, but just goes for it anyway, is such a gift, especially on stage. And as somebody who is sort of more of a cerebral performer, to have somebody stand next to me who is willing to take on the physical aspects of the show, to the point that we have had shows where, before we went out, I have said to him, like, you need to go full Adam in this show. And it's just like, and he does. And it's like, and those are the sort of things that then when I receive that energy, then I can sort of like, take it and give it back. And, and certainly Adam is capable of doing the intellectual stuff as well, but just the energy that he brings on stage and just the things that he comes up with sometimes are just so, you don't get it anywhere else. And it's just, I mean, honestly, it is such a pleasure to just be able to watch it from my vantage point and be able to play with it. But I mean, Adam will say things sometimes where I'm just like, nobody would have come up with that in a million years, and so it's just watching this, genius mind at work. I mean, he's truly, what it boils down to is Adam's, the funniest guy that I've ever met. So that's really what it is.
Well, that's a good catch for you, Brett. Yeah. How about
Dave,
that?
Dave, I actually have a clip if you want it. We want to roll 12. I do have a clip right here.
Yeah.
Sure.
You only get one chance. Oh, I can't wait. You only get one chance. I was doing 8 Mile. That was Mission Impossible. That was 8 Mile. That was 8 Mile. No, you did do it. I heard you do it. No, I didn't do it. You do it. No, you do it. In the 45 minutes that you were gone, I really missed you. And I was hoping that you would come back. I just wanted to do one thing. What is it, baby? This. Yeah! Shakespeare, bitch!
Nice. Wow, that
was all on my.
Wow.
I love how
this is the 12 you were looking for.
Who needs context? That was it. That was great.
John, well done using the footage from that. It worked better than
he hacked my phone.
He hacked your phone. So, but Adam, I did want to observe in that you had said that that Brett won't let you get by with anything, and it seemed like you gave him some of that medicine there. You wouldn't let him get by with the Mission Impossible theme as you thought it was in there. So you're learning his ways.
Daddy gets a taste of his own meds.
I love how each in the tandems, all these pairings, you guys have different skills and joys when we watch you perform, but they complement each other real well. So let's get them, Matt and Ryan up as well. Now, you guys were kindred spirits, kind of coming in and really kind of looking for the same thing. But let's talk a little bit about if you notice anything about the other's performance that really is a highlight for you.
I mean, aside from the time that he almost didn't go out on stage with me, like he said, the two things I would say, there's plenty of things, but his ability to just jump into any situation and dive into it with joy, and it's contagious. And I desperately needed it at times where I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I should, and he'd jump in and go, I guess I got to go too. And I'll just say specifically, because this would come up so many times, we would either do word at a time stories or speak in one voice, especially. And just two things would happen. We'd be looking at it because we'd just be looking at each other, trying to get those words out. And his eyes would get really big and he'd get this big smile. And we would start laughing so hard and trying to get words out. And I'll always remember that joy in my body from doing those scenes together. Also him, or I probably did the same, gripping his side and then tickling each other inadvertently because we were so tense trying to get the word out and then laughing, tickling each other. So, that's some fun with Matt. Tickling.
Tickling each other. On stage tickling. All right. Yeah. What about you, Matt?
For me, I always felt that I'm accidentally unfunny. And I always feel that Ryan
right there you were.
I think unfunny. I think exactly right. Where I think Ryan is one of the cleanest comedians I've ever met in my life. And we truly fit each other's puzzle pieces really well, where I may just jump and leap and look. Ryan has already got five other options that he can go down and save the world if need be. And that's the thing that I loved about playing with Ryan, was he was my security blanket. If I went and I jumped, I knew that he'd always be there for me, but I knew that he would fill in any gaps that I was too stupid to know that I needed to have there filled.
Very nice. And so,
I'll disagree with the stupidity line there, but other than that, everything he said was.
All right. Yes, you did have you said you were accidentally unfunny, but I hope and sure you meant the opposite. But there's so many wonderful comedians and comedians. It's like Mary Tyler Moore is a great example of that. Georgette, who is from that show. She was just the kind of the things that would come out. Betty White is sometimes like that too. But that's a great comedic talent to have. So you keep that going. All right, we're going to get to a little contest here. I'm going to bring Ellie and Jose up, and John, if you don't mind, this is going to be Name That Duo. So if you would just play that little promo intro for Name That Duo while I bring this up as well, we will get this going. You guys are going to compete in a little contest as we hear the intro for that. I got to. All right. So, Ellie, yes, this is, I hope you guys like the Wheel of Fortune, because that's what we're going to be doing here. This is a little bit of
what we're going to be doing is showing how much I suck at games, because I suck. So,
well, I can promise you I'll help you through this. We'll make it easy and fun. So we're going to have, I guess we'll have Jose go first then. We'll put Jose.
Right. I'm gonna be Brett on this and just defer. Just you go first.
So all right. So the
Brett.
first thing you do, Jose, is this is a famous duo from history, and so the idea is you're just going to pick a letter, and the letter. What's that?
R.
So you would like to know if there's an R there. So and so in actuality, unfortunately, there is no R there. So that is one X.
I'm gonna guess it. I'm gonna go with Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates is your guess. And so do you want to even there's more letter in there with Hall and Oates?
It's Hall and Oates because they're a dynamic duo from the 80s, and I love their music. So Hall and Oates, I'm all in.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that. That is a miss as well. Now you both had one miss, so we're going to play like on on Wheel of Fortune when they give you a little hint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a hint of these following letters here. So they always give you the R, S, T, L, N, and E. If those are in it, we're going to go ahead and give those to you. So I believe if I can find these, you will see. So these are the letters of RST.
Abbott and Costello.
See,
what did you think on that? Do you go along with that? It's Abbott and Costello. Yay!
You could have left that on there for another hour, and I would have been like, "What's wrong with Hall and Oates? I don't understand." I think you could fit Hall and Oates in there.
You could have if their
That's why
name
we
was
compliment each other.
It would have been holla and Oates. So it could have worked. But again, you guys complement each other very well. How you play the game, and we can see how that.
Or it was Hall and Oates in Spanish, which would be pasillos y harina.
Or Abbott and Costello.
I could have done that. Hall and Oates in Spanish is Abbott and Costello.
Very
good. Okay, so it's time for I got to give a clue. So if you can bring everybody up while I'm giving a clue for this, because I see nobody has even taken a chance at this. Again, the forever calculating to 0 is the clue for the Hackety Sackety number 1. We got a couple of people in our audience. One is Robbie Pygott. I don't know if they're in the audience today. Robbie Pygott, and then also Steve Pernick. And Terry Olson does very well this. So if you guys are here, just kind of comment in so I know you're here. But this is going to be a tough one, even for them. So you guys are going to be. But I'm going to give you kind of a clue. So this is kind of, when I say forever, you can almost kind of think of it in the heavenly sense of forever. There's a word that they use for the kind of heavenly sense of forever. And Ellie, what are you pointing to there? Is it something for us?
I'm trying to find Adam. See,
you got it.
Trying to point to Adam like that. See, I'm trying to.
You would do very good on the Brady Bunch grid. All right, so that's your clue. If you think of heavenly, and if you want to even just throw up the word you think it is, and I'll let you know that that's the word.
I'm into R square.
What's that?
I'm trying to get Adam into R square.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Oh, I'm in the internet.
I don't know what you guys did, but that was incredible.
Wait, I'm in the bathroom.
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm going pee-pee.
So guys, he'll be back in a moment. What I want to talk about now, and just real quickly, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because you guys could probably have more fun with this, but I do want to know, what is a challenge that your partner gives you when you're on stage, when you're working with your partner? What is something where when it happens, you kind of go, here we go again? If there's anything that comes to mind like that, we'd like to share a couple there. So let me start off with Ryan and Matt, and then once we got to wait for Adam to get back here. So anything come to mind, Matt and Ryan, where so we talked about the extolling the virtues, and that maybe some of the similar kind of things, but or maybe you have a memory of like one thing that was like,
yeah.
I have something.
I'll tell you what. Here's it'll be real quick. Here's a little bit on it. Like, we had 3 seasons basically of doing our show. The first time we came out, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. It was just like an instant hit. We didn't know. We were like throwing this sort of crazy, whatever, fringe excitement, awesomeness. The second year we came back, we knew what we were doing, but we still had the enthusiasm and we rocked it and we had a great time. Then I think we got a little bit too big for our britches. We came back the 3rd year and we were kind of like, had like infight. It was like it was a microcosm of like a rock group. And then we were like, we kind of were at each other. We're like, I don't want to do that game. Why are we doing that one? And we were just kind of, and it kind of, we had a falling apart basically. And that was all Matt's fault. So that would be my only issue. He broke up the group.
So basically what Ryan has shown me what a diva I am. And so for me, I just, going on stage, having a mirror reflected of all my faults just became too much for me to have to deal with. And so we had to end it. We figured we'll go out like the Beatles, we'll go out strong. And instead of overstaying our welcome.
We're more famous than the Beatles.
Seems to be a common story that when you're working together, the nerves get a little thin after a while. Let me pop up here to Jose and Ellie.
Yeah. I love being on stage. If there's some kind of scene where I can endow Jose as like a big animal, I know that I'm gonna sometime in that scene ride that animal. So if it's a whale or a dolphin or anything that I can throw myself on top of him and have him sustain my weight is always the best part of the night for me. So anytime I get an opening for that, he knows that he's either gonna be a chair, a car, something where I get to just climb on top of him and he has to, carry me around stage. That's a win for me.
And that's how I ended up losing a kidney.
Oh, nice. That's real nice. That's I didn't think you would ever bring that up
I'm
again.
just
but that's
saying
fine. That's fine. You still got another one though.
Yep,
You
one
got
more.
You got another one. So.
So one more show. You guys got one more show in you.
One show.
Got one kidney. He's got one kidney left. So
That's right. One kidney, one show. Now, I actually got from Jose a little clip that I'm going to get John to get ready, and you can play it from the brand one, so we don't have to go to the.
Is this the dancing one?
It is. Now, if I got a little bit of the story right, were you imitating something that Ellie had done? Or?
No. So this is.
Hold on. Are you setting up a clip? What are we in the Tonight Show? You have to set up a clip. How many clips did you send them?
You do, because the beginning isn't like they're gonna start dancing and be like, "Why did this happen?"
I think you can just show the clip. I don't have to do anything else.
Now that wasn't the clip that I was imagining. So John,
that wasn't it either.
If I may step in here, if I may step in here, I would say they are disqualified. That was 3 people. This is a 2-person improv show, and that was 3.
I don't know who got that clip.
All right, thank you, Adam. Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye.
They are disqualified.
Great, Adam. Now there's one. So I was going to talk about that later because, but I will bring that up later. But that was so cute, and just in the interest of making sure we get due credit, Mike Navarro was with you guys in the front seat of that car. That was Mike Navarro starting you there. But I have another story about that, John. Bring that other clip in. There should be another clip in there. Yeah. And go ahead. All right, that's not the one I had in mind either. Hey, John, pull that off. John, go ahead and pull that off. Grab it from the brand. It'll go a little smoother there. It's in the brand.
Just one person in that clip.
It's just one at a time.
Ellie left, so now it's just me.
Listen, Adam, I'm getting so fed up because I don't have a chance to respond to him, all right? Now, he's making a good point, but if you play that clip, I come out. I come out in that clip.
We're going to play it. Let's see you come out. Here we
stretching away. I know. I've never seen a Guerrero player lick the pick. He was like, that'll make him play better.
That's how Gorditos do it.
Yeah.
So I had to ask myself what Jose said at the end, and Ellie told me, he says that's how gorditos do it. So very, very nice. So
he made fun of his weight. So a fat dude making fun of weight issues, I guess, it's acceptable. So he took the punchline. Not that I was making fun of that. I was making fun of the fact that he was licking an instrument, a part of the instrument to play it, which I still think it would have been a lot funnier had he, been carrying me. Had I been climbed on his back, it would have been even funnier.
Yeah, but it went full circle, because the reason that clip even happened is because you said this is the reason that guireros, the people that play it, cannot be overweight. And then that's when I came out.
See, that would have been the setup. But Ellie, it seems like you might be a little sore that Jose got a better laugh than you in the clip. Is there anything to that?
Because it's my show, right? So that part of the show, I was supposed to be doing a set.
Yeah,
alone.
Like, oh, I know what I can do. I can, step on his light, and I'm gonna do my own, that we didn't have completely improvised, and it completely kills, and it's all downhill from there. I might as well say goodnight. Jose will be back next week.
Right. I totally get you. Well, let's go to Brett and Adam for more stories of the joys of working together with your partner.
The internet took his shirt.
Yeah, I don't. What happened, Adam? You went to the bathroom and then you came back like this.
Well, I went into the internet when Jose pulled me up, and I saw a lot of things I can't unsee, and I lost my clothes.
Did that happen on the way up or the way back or while you were in the internet, or?
Yeah, I don't even know where I am now.
You appear to be with us. So Brett, go ahead.
To answer your question, and this is something that I've talked to Adam about before. The one thing that Adam likes to do on stage, because he is so playful and agreeable, he also he finds particular humor in overly sincere characters, and in being overly sincere, a lot of times that creates a character who wants to solve things immediately or doesn't want to engage in any sort of conflict or argument. And I, in particular, find comedy in like over exaggerated and blown out sort of like responses to things. And so I will sometimes come into a scene with a response to, a personal point of view that is kind of over the top, and Adam will immediately respond with a very soft voice of, and a message of like, let's not fight, let's just love. And it effectively ends the scene. And so I've had to talk to him a few times of like, Adam, I know you think this is funny.
He yelled.
Okay, well, I mean, talking is a form of yelling, I suppose. But I've had to say a few times, like, stop trying to fall in love with my character. It doesn't work every single time. So, if there was one thing that Adam Scharf does on stage, he does tend to fall in love with the other characters on stage way too quickly.
Well, that didn't work in the clip we saw of you, the Shakespeare clip. You see,
I won't let it. I see it and I won't let it happen. But what it does is it forces me then to go bigger. And oftentimes then we can't find an ending because he's so complacent and the audience is so on his side. And then I'm always the a-hole. I'm always the one who's like,
He said it.
I said it. I know my place.
Adam, your turn. You tell us a little on Brett here.
What's the question entirely?
Oh, you forgot the question while you're in the internet. But the question is there anything that your partner does that kind of gets on your nerves maybe a little bit, or that you have to, when they do it, you go, there he goes with that again. Anything come to mind for that? Is your mind and memory all right from your trip?
Well, yeah, I don't know if there's a habit that is cyclical with him, but there's one moment where we were doing a scene and he was a fortune teller machine, and he chose not to animate or speak or react for the entire scene, which went on for like 8 minutes.
In a two-person scene.
He was just frozen like this and refused to move. I guess you could say that really frosted my rear.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that the thing that you don't like the most about me is that as we near the end of like our third scene of the night, Adam will always give me a look as the lights are coming up of a like, I think we're okay. I think the show's over. And I'll always go, one more. And I think it's probably about a 60-40 hit rate where
yeah, it's usually like I'm ready to get off. We've done 3 hot scenes that just got better and better, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. And Brett's like, no, we got one more, and it's always like, oh, it's never as good.
And so, sometimes it works, and it's like, all right, I'm glad we did that. And then sometimes it's like, I told you we should have left. So I would have guessed that would have been my one hang up, that you're just like, why is he doing one more scene?
Yes, I agree with that.
One more scene. All right. Great. We'll keep the dishing on each other to a minimum. John, I'm going to do another little contest with this one's going to be for Matt and Ryan. I'm going to play the intro, but if you can get them ready. This one is called... It's called The Right Combination. And so for you guys, this is what you're going to have to do on this one. As you can see, there is a combination. It's a 4-digit combination. And you guys have to work together to determine what this 4-digit combination is. You're just going to give me 4 numbers to start it off, just kind of random numbers. We only use numbers once in this combination. And I'm going to tell you how those numbers rate. If they're not in the number at all, I'll say no for that position. If it is in the number but not in the right place, I'll say yes. And then if it's in the number in the right place, you get a hell yes. So you are working for this hell yes, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. That is where you're going to end up to be champion. So let's have Ryan go first. Just give me any 4-digit number, and then we'll see how this is going to work out.
All right. I'm going to go with 4793.
He says 4793. And so your answer on this is going to be no, no, yes, no. So no, yes, no. So and sorry, wait a second. I got to say no, hell yes, no. So the first 3 numbers are not in it, but that 3rd digit is actually correct and in the right place. So now, Matt, using that information, let's see if you can build a little more to get towards the right number. That was a good start there. Well done, Mr. Ryan. Go ahead, Matt.
Ryan used his PIN code for that. That's his PIN code number right there.
Now everyone knows.
Yes. So I'm going to go 8695.
8695, you say, and so we're going to say on this is no, hell yes, no. So look at that. You got the middle of this sandwich. You just need the breading on the both sides here. So, wait a second. Nope, I got to correct myself. I'm sorry. That's a yes. So no, hell yes.
Oh, Nelly, frittata.
I think I pretty much got it here. So you should be able to figure it out from here.
This is my turn, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go with 5, 6, 9, 2.
He says 5692, and unfortunately, that is hell yes. That is right. You got it. The code is 5692. Well done. Well played. Yay.
That's my PIN code.
I have Adam's shirt here, by the way.
Yes, that's all the way to you. That is
terrific. It just came through my email.
Can you hand it? Can you hand it down, or
we'll get that working?
Somebody got a shirt.
Next little while, I know everybody's got a lot of things going on, and especially I would say that Ellie, you have some of the most.
So dumb.
Your shirt actually replicated when you went into the internet, and now it seems everybody got one of your shirts. This is crazy, Adam. This is crazy.
Matrix and the Gap got together.
Coming up to Ryan.
All right, so I'm going to start with Brett and Adam. If you guys could tell us, do you have anything on the horizon planned, or are you just waiting till things open up a bit? I know some things are starting to happen at SAK. Are you guys planning? We do a lot of live streams. You guys planning on a Scharf Waldon live stream, or do you have anything scheduled? Potentially for Scharf Waldon live on stage.
I would say no. Adam has been performing. I have not. So until something comes along that vaccinates us all against this deadly plague, I've been staying home. Much to Adam's chagrin, I think. But no, we just, I was saying before the show, we celebrated our 5th year anniversary online. Yeah. So I would like to do as soon as possible something to sort of commemorate that. And I really, I do look forward to doing something again in person. But I just, I know online works for a lot of people, but for some reason, Scharf and Waldon, I think you need to see it in person. So we haven't really planned anything online.
Now, I do want to say, as a pitch, Brett, you're due the Wednesday Wisdom Hour. I don't know if you still have any of those planned. It's live streams that go on.
Yeah, Jay Hopkins stole that night from me, so I don't do that this month. But I've been lucky enough to guest on a lot of shows in the past 4 days, so I feel like I'm like a professional guest now. So
you've been busy on the live stream, so great. Right. And Adam, you can be seen kind of pretty regularly when SAK is doing shows. Everybody is wearing masks, both audience and actors. How is that going? Adam, wearing masks shows live.
Better and better. All the audience members are cooperating, and everyone's distanced and masked, and we have face shields on so you can see our face and breathe.
Oh, face shields now.
Yeah, it's getting better, and people are coming out more, and everyone's being safe, and it's pretty fun.
Very good. All right. Now I'm going to jump to Matt and Ryan. Now, you guys are both in LA, and I don't know if it's been years since you guys did kind of duo shows together, but do you guys ever get a chance to perform together in any form or fashion in LA? Tell us about that and what you guys got going on.
We haven't in years, sadly. One reason is just I'll speak for myself, my old body can hardly do the energy it took to do the show we did, but I could hardly do that anymore. But yeah, we don't have any shows planned. Although I'd love to do another one someday.
It'd be fun. Right now, California is still pretty far locked down, so there's not a whole lot of. I mean, it's getting better and better out here. I actually don't do a whole lot of improv anymore, but Ryan Smith is a star with the Improv Theater out here in LA.
A lot of wonderful stylized improv going on with Improv Theater. And is it impro.net or .com, right?
It's improtheater.com. And we teach classes online. And I'm teaching a class right now. And it's kind of amazing. I have students in Albuquerque, in Washington, D.C. I have someone from Tokyo. So it's a kind of a cool way to improvise with people from all around the world. So
yes, and like you said, you're in class right now, just kind of bouncing back between us and your class. So well done. It's very seamless in how you're switching back and forth. We can hardly tell. All right, let's bring just before he goes, Jose and Ellie up to the fore here, and we're going to talk with you guys a little bit, and then I have a contest for you. No, you guys already did your contest. I got one more contest for Brett and Adam. So now I did want to mention, because this is what I started. Ellie, you have your comedy show, and is it just Ellie Castro Comedy, or does it have a specific name other than that?
No, I title all my one-man shows depending on what the shows are about, but they're all under elliecastro.com.
Great, and that's where people can go and see. You have a wonderful amount of videos going on there. Now, you and Jose have had several opportunities to kind of pair together and work together, both at SAK, but also I think there was a show in Chicago where Jose came up to join you. How many other opportunities have you guys had outside of Orlando? Where's the other places that you've worked together, kind of met up to do some improv fun?
Well, we've done it in Florida. We've done it in Chicago and New York as well.
Oh, in New York as well. So that's great. And
online. And
online as well. Yeah.
Ellie's podcast also.
Online.
You guys have a podcast and a live stream that's coming up. I'll actually be talking about it later. You have a live stream coming up in September, so that's great. Ellie, Jose, are you in any of the live shows at SAK on the weekends as well?
Not yet. I started back teaching last semester, but I'll be. I'm gonna try it out next month. This month, September.
Yeah, you're on the schedule in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah,
good. Well, that'd be great. Very good. Now, Ellie, I did want to mention because I showed a little bit of that video before, which I think was from like 2004. But Ellie, am I correct that when I looked at that on Facebook, it said that thing has had 3.5 million views? Is that
we got the 6?
Well, it's because it's based on a very popular Christmas song. From, it's known around Latin America. And as a lawyer, I have no fear infringing on somebody else's copyright. So I'm like, let's just lip sing it. If they come after us, bring it. And I didn't think it would catch fire like that. And it's been like, I don't know, millions of views or whatever.
That is amazing, and congratulations. Well done on that. You have a number of performances that are carpool karaoke like, but it seemed like some of those go back even predating what I remember the carpool karaoke room. But so you got some great videos, some with your girl on them, some with these guys, some with other ladies and gentlemen as well. So very fun. So if you, like we said, go to elliecastro.com, I think, and you can see lots of great fun comedy coming through there. All right, so I'm going to go to the two gentlemen, Adam and Brett, for your contest, and see if I can get this to. All right, this is the 4-letter word game that you guys are going to play. So I don't know if you have remember there's a scene, an improv scene where it's like 4-letter word change or something like that.
We're playing.
Yeah, you guys. This is going to be for Adam and Brett because these guys already did. They did that. Abbott and Costello. They already.
I already won the other one.
No, you lost.
You already won, and you guys won together.
So Brett and Adam.
No. One thing about us is we're very competitive. There's no we both won. I won that game. You lost.
We won total.
No.
Team.
All right. So, John, you can go ahead and bring me up Adam and Brett for this. But there's an improv game that is called 4-letter word change. It starts off with one word, and that's what we have to start off with. He's going to leave you guys up there to chide throughout the exercise here. So we started with the word bout. And what we want to do is kind of change one letter of that one at a time. So you can say a line if you want, or you can just say the word. But the first person will use that word. Oh, look at that. SAK. Oh, the SAK Comedy Lab got that. That's the answer to the hackety sackety. I finally got one that stumped everybody.
Just want to jump in real quick, Dave. Brett Waldon actually answered that accidentally as SAK Comedy Lab. But if
I don't know how to change. I don't know how to change over to me.
But can't change.
So Brett, look at this. You're already a winner, but that is right. The forever calculating to 0 would be an eternal return null. Well done, Brett. That is
all right.
All right, so back to this podcast.
3 words. It was supposed to be 2 words.
Sorry for the interruption.
Well, I told you it's 3 syllables. I told you it was going to be broken up into 2 words. I tried to explain, but
that's 3 words.
You're right. I understand what you're saying. What you're saying makes sense.
Can we just focus on the task at hand?
So this task at hand here, gentlemen, first person is going to use the word bout. And then the second person is going to change one letter, any letter in that word to make one new word. And then the next person is going to change another letter. It could be the same letter. Ideally, it's a different letter. But this word is going to metamorphosize. If you can get to the word sell, C-E-L-L, in 5 words, you will be champions. It is
5 words? Or are you going to change that too to like 6 words?
It depends on if I think I can get a rise out of Jose. But first, right now, we're just going to take this one step at a time. So the first person, I'll see. So we went down to the Las Vegas Ring Center, and we saw a bout between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. This is aging me. This is going way back. So so Brett, you will take the next crack at it and continue this story, changing one letter of this word.
Okay. And at the end of the round of round 1, Ali hit him so hard it was like a bolt out of the blue.
Oh, very nice. All right. And now, Adam, it is your turn. You're going to one letter from what we have set up here. We're working for Cell, C-E-L-L.
5 words.
5 words.
5 words.
Okay. Let's see. He got hit so hard Then the
Are you sounding? Oh, go ahead. Yes.
and then he said, I got to get away speedy. I got to get away in a speedy way.
Yes.
So he hopped on his Colt.
He hopped on a Colt. Okay, good. A little horsey got involved in this.
Yes.
Oh, I think we got a possibility here. Brett, it is your turn.
Yes, and then but the horse ran so far and so fast that he didn't realize where he was until he landed in Scotland.
Yes.
Where all the Celts are.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. And Adam, you get to take this one home, although Brett did a lot of the heavy lifting for us.
He was saying to the Scottish man who was very nice and very tall that that he was a champion, and the Scotsman was like, I think you're lying. He said, no, I'm not lying. He goes, no, I can always tell you're lying. You're not a champion because I can always spot a tell.
No.
A tell.
What do you?
You just pinned 3 letters.
I'm
not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that. Take us home, Brett. Take us home, Brett. Brett.
Adam's stupidity is so criminal. He should be thrown in a cell.
Yeah, very good. We got it. All right, that is take us home there. All right, John, go ahead and bring everybody.
I could have said belt.
Onto the board.
Maybe said belt.
Belt.
No.
You could have said belt instead of the first one, but that would have worked your way there too. So very nice. You got it, and you got it in only 5.5 prize. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show. We have really learned a lot about all kinds of things in improv, and especially with improv teams, etc. And before we get out for the night, remember everybody hang around for our final, saying goodbye and stuff. But I did want to let people know we have some shows coming up in the next week. These are the live streams coming up on Wednesday night. You can see Game Night with Jay, which is knocked Waldon Wisdom out of the running there for some reason. I don't know what or how that happened. On the third, it's Isolation Happy Hour with Rob Ward. These are 2 weekly kind of things. But I want to mention for sure a couple of things coming up later in the month. On Friday, September 18th, guess what you get to see? It's Amanda and Emily doing a live stream show. So that's going to be very exciting. And then we talked about this before, but on Sunday, September 27th, it's going to be Rodriguez and Castro. Yes, you guys are doing a live stream.
Yeah.
And then, of course, no shows over the weekend, this weekend, because we got the shows going on at SAK. But then next week, 1 week from now, Tuesday, September 8th, is going to be another SAK Backtracks featuring mystery guests. We're going to try something a little bit wacky in that we're going to take the connect to the live stream. We're going to put it in the comments. And so anybody who is viewing the show can click on that and become a potential member of our show. So I see, yes, I get, John, I don't know why I get frozen up when those tickers come, but I sure came back fast when so wonderful. So you guys, thank you guys so much on behalf of who we're missing, Amanda and Emily. We really wish you guys well in your endeavors as well. And also 4 first names, Richard Paul and Chris Berry, and any other duos that have kind of sprung up or made their way out of SAK is going to be wonderful. On Game Night tomorrow night is going to be Gemma, but not Brett. Well, Brett, you've had a great run in the past 4 days. Apparently,
I'm tired. It's time to hand off the crown.
Yes, indeed. This is 5 seconds for final words from everybody. So, Ryan, start with you. 5 second clear.
5 what? I didn't hear it. Hey, Macarena.
All right, that's it. All right, Matt, 5 second goodbye.
Thanks for doing this, Dave. It's always a pleasure to come in and check in with my past, and it's good to see the 2-person shows are up and running and living and loving.
Yes, indeed. Adam, what do you got to say goodbye?
Hey, guys, great things coming too. Just ask Noah. And tonight, go to sleep with 2 winks. 1, 2, good night.
Oh, and you got your shirt back. We're glad about that. Brett, what you got to say?
I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I don't feel like Adam and I get enough credit for starting the whole 2 last names together with an ampersand. We created that, so you're welcome.
Yes, that is a classic. Yes, and of course, last but not least, we've got Ellie and Jose. You can have a little more than 5 seconds because there's 2 of you. What do you got?
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5.
He just said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Anytime.
We have taken we've done a lot here, and we're kind of clearing it out, saying goodbye with a wonderful lesson in Spanish language working. I hope everybody knows how to count backwards from 5 now in Spanish and English for those of us who are from the Latin and Hispanic communities who are enjoying this as well here today. Thank you guys all for being here. Where's John Valinas? He always helps us out. I'm going to bring him up into the stage. He's a wonderful. Wait a sec. Oh, there he is. He's right by my side.
Right here.
Third Hispanic.
Here, I'll switch with you. There.
John, stop moving. John, thank you for all the tech stuff today. A lot of new stuff we're experiencing today, but I think we finally are starting to get this figured out. I'm going to leave you to give us the credits. Everybody say bye-bye.
Later, John.
Bye.